Hi friends, it's Rena, and I want to tell you a story about you and me and Lexi, and when we used to come to the JCC to school every day. Well, not every single day, but most days we did. And I don't know if you remember, but you would walk up the ramp and stop at your cubby and put away your things, maybe your backpack or your jacket or your hat or your boots. And then you'd come in the classroom and give mommy or daddy a hug and a kiss, goodbye. And then maybe give me or Lexi a hug and a kiss, hello. And one thing we loved at school was going outside. Do you remember? Sometimes we'd put on our jackets, and a lot of you started to do that yourselves with the flip. Put on your jacket, and Lexi or I would help you zip it, or maybe button it, or snap it. And we'd wait at the door until everyone was ready. And then Lexi or I would open the door, and we'd all rush outside. And one thing we loved to do outside was look for the birds. If we went to trackside, we would check the birdhouse. Remember the birdhouse up on the wall? It was shaped like a rectangle, and it had a little triangle roof on top and a hole in the middle. And sometimes the birds would fly in the hole. We would see them do that. And then they would fly out and jump to the roof above the birdhouse, do you remember? And sit on the roof, sometimes one bird, sometimes two birds, sometimes three birds would sit up there. And then sometimes all of a sudden they would fly across the playground over our heads to the trees on the other side. Do you remember that? If we went to gazebo playground, we'd always check the gazebo because we all knew there was a bird nest up there in the roof. There was a hole in the top, and the nest was made up of a lot of pieces of grass and straw, all stuffed up there with some pieces hanging down. And we would look up, and sometimes if we were quiet and looked for a minute or two, we'd see something move up there, and we knew it was a bird. Sometimes we'd be playing, and suddenly we'd hear a lot of noise in the sky. Caw, 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 caw. And we'd look up and see birds flying over our heads. Sometimes they'd be all together in a bunch, flying together. So one thing I wanted to do before we stopped going to school every day was make bird feeders for the birds. I read in a book that you can feed birds Cheerios. It's okay for them to eat a few Cheerios once in a while. And I read that you can put Cheerios on a pipe cleaner. And that's something even little kids can do, like you. So you can pick up the Cheerio, and if you hold the pipe cleaner very still, maybe you can get it on the end of the pipe cleaner and then push it down. So you might need a grown-up to help you, but you might be able to do it yourself. Now, probably plain Cheerios are the best for birds, but I think whatever you have is okay. And maybe you have a different cereal with holes in it. That would be okay too. And then when you put some on, you can put more than that if you want, or you can make a few of them. You can twist the ends of the pipe cleaner together, or a grown-up can help you. And then you have something, you can hang it on a tree branch or lay it down somewhere. You might want to put it somewhere outside a window in your house so you can watch from inside and see if any birds come. See if they come and eat your snack. So that's something that that I hope you can do. And I hope that if you go outside today, you might see a bird if you look up. Maybe you'll see a bird up in a tree or sitting up on a wire. Sometimes they're up there. Or you might be quiet for a minute and hear tweeting. Actually, if I'm quiet right now, I can hear some birds outside. And I hope it makes you happy, because birds are happy things. They do make us happy. And maybe it will remind you of school and make you think about going back there someday when we all go back to school, and the things that you'll be excited to see and do again someday. So we can all think and dream about that. And in the meantime, I hope I see you on the computer very soon. I hope I see you on the computer. That has been a lot of fun. So I will see you soon on the computer, and we'll all remember school together and dream about it a little bit. And until then, here's a hug and a kiss. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.